You know what? God says that life's not going to be all hunky-dory. We will have trials and tribulations. But if you don't read his word, then you won't know how to handle these storms when they come upon your life. But I've done the work for you. Stay tuned. It's story time. Joshua chapter 5. Joshua sends out 2 spies to get intel on the city of Jericho. Now, Jericho is a city that God has promised the Israelites, and Joshua is their leader. Joshua 6 says that the city of Jericho was like literally impenetrable, like no one could get into it. It was so fortified. So one day Joshua is out walking around, and he's really just trying to think, like, what am I going to do to try to get into these walls to defeat this army? And then Joshua chapter 5, 13 through 15 says that Joshua comes upon this mysterious figure. And Joshua is like, hey, are you friend or foe? Are you with the Israelites or are you the enemy? And this mysterious man says, neither. I am the commander of the Lord's army. Don't miss this next part. Chapter 14 says that Joshua immediately falls down on his face in reverence. And then he asks the soldier, like, what message does the Lord have for his servant? And then the Lord's commander says, take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. So it was strange to me when I read this. I was like, straight chapter 16, it just goes to like the strategy. Like they're already just going to exactly what he needs to do. And the Lord's commander gives him the plan. So I thought it was so strange. Like the Lord commander tells him, hey, for the next 6 days, you should march around the city of Jericho. And then on the 7th day, I need you to march around the city 7 times. And then Joshua said, on my command, we're all going to yell and shout. They blew a loud trumpet, and then the walls came tumbling down. Most would just read that and move on. But I'm sorry. I'm like, what? And then it hit me. God just gave us the blueprint on how to handle a storm. Step 1. You run into a fortified situation that you cannot handle. Like they didn't know what to do. That's the storm. So first, step 1, you identify that this is something you can't deal with. Step 2. Joshua 5 chapter 13 says that when he walked upon the mysterious man, he was standing there with his sword drawn in his hand. So this lets you know, before you even get to the storm and identify it, God is already there, sword in hand, working it out for you. He is already there. Step 3. Joshua immediately fell to the ground on his face in reverence, for he knew he was standing in the presence of something holy. So first, you realize that you have come upon a storm, something so fortified and challenging that you cannot do this on your own. Number 2, you then realize that before you get there, God is already in the storm, working it out. He has sword in hand, and you should just trust that he is working this out for you. And step 3, you fall on your knees before you even know what's next or what's going on. You identify that I am in a storm. I serve a God that I know can handle this storm. And you fall on your face in reverence and you say, Father, I am yours. How can I be used in this moment? And then the final step, step 4. And then Joshua chapter 5 verse 16 says that the Lord's commander of his army gave Joshua the strategy so that he could defeat the city of Jericho. So I don't know about y'all, but when I read the Bible, I'm looking for a deeper meaning. And I'm telling you this, that like I read that so many times and just thought that like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Like he just ran into this soldier and this soldier just gave him this like crazy plan. No, it's such a deeper meaning. He's saying when you get into a situation in life and you don't know what to do with it, know that I am already there. And now that I'm already there, you fall upon your face and you thank me with thanksgiving, prayer petition, and with thanksgiving. And lastly, after you have fallen on your face and you have identified to who I am, then I will solve the storm for you. Woo, he's so good. I don't know about y'all, but I just thought that was powerful. I just wanted to share. This is Eric Scott with the Lions Faith Podcast. Double tap that screen, share, repost, follow, do all that stuff because it really helps me with this algorithm or whatever. I just want to get this content out to everybody because I'm so proud of it and I love Jesus with all my life, all my heart. I love you guys with all my heart as well. You guys stay blessed. Have a blessed week. Thank you.